Oh, what? Dude, what is Leaflet gonna say here? Let's hear it.
It would be one,
Vice
and
moderator,
for
by
what
the way.
the reasons that they will clearly state themselves, and the reasons that they can.
This is why it's like people tell me I should get a moderator, but it's like I just feel like I feel like any moderator that my opposition would be glad to have is going to be on their side basically. And it's basically going to be a 1v2, which is like honestly I might be fine with that, but you know.
Not give you a definition of why they support this man. They can even tell you.
Like, I'm totally comfortable like 1v7ing them, to be honest. Like it just seems
Dude,
like the same.
no, but yeah. I'm so good at debating. Yeah, dude, keep jerking yourself off on stream. It's a great look. It's a great look, honestly. Everybody loves it when you say stuff like that. Yeah. Oh yeah, I could do 1v7. Yeah, I could do it. Yeah. Cool story, bro. All right, do it then. You know, quit fucking saying like this isn't something to say on stream. This is something to say behind the scenes with your moderators or potential moderators. Just shut the fuck up.
You can, okay?
Fucking
but
pussy.
Debate, no, they can't. And then if we want to talk about DEI, can we?
How about you debate? You know, you could debate 7 people at once, but you can't debate me. You fucking run away from me like a little pussy.
Right now.
So now it's going to become about Trump.
Why is that? Okay, this is Leaflet. This video is called "They Still Don't Get It, Man."
Anti-racist expert exposed by his own racism. This sounds so perfectly up my alley. I'm telling you, as Warren Smith is one of my favorite channels.
Yeah, you sound so excited. You really do. I honestly, I
love
haven't
this
heard
channel.
Leaflet this excited in a
Trying to find the
while.
best anti-racist expert.
Unironically.
And this was it. He's a nice guy, but this got crazy.
I have a quick challenge for you. Tell me about your American prison system and who's in it.
And okay, we would need
Ain't
to answer
that
the question, why
sad?
is the crime statistics what it is? Why does that reflect? Because that's what's going to lead to the prison makeup.
We're faced with this number of
Why? Well, I can answer that for you. Let's hear that again. Let's hear the question
Channels.
again.
I love this channel.
what this was. Brian tried to find the best anti-racist expert he could find, and this was it. He's a nice guy, but this got crazy.
I have a quick challenge for you. Tell me about your American prison system and who's in it.
And okay, we would need to answer the question, why is the crime statistics what it is?
Why is the crime statistics what it is? Yeah, I can answer that, okay? Black communities are over-policed. Okay, they are arrested disproportionately compared to white people. This is just a fact. Okay, this is the reason for the arrest statistics. But the convictions is another story. You see, not only are black people arrested and tried for their crimes at a higher rate than white people, but also they are convicted more harshly for the same crimes compared to white people. Okay, this is why the prison system is full of black people. It is because it is institutional. Okay, it is a racist
Why does that
institution.
reflect? Because that's what's going to lead to the prison makeup.
We're faced with this number of 15% of the population is committing 50% of the crime.
Largely, it's going to be socioeconomic. I also think there's a cultural component, but I think those probably...
No. That's not true. You are extrapolating a conclusion from a statistic that just doesn't support that claim. Okay, it's not that black people are committing 50% of the crime. They are being arrested for I think 50% of the crime. I don't even remember if it's that high, but they are being arrested for it. That is not the same as they are just committing more crime. Okay, they are arrested at higher rates because their communities are over-policed. And so the response to that is like, oh, well, why are they over-policed? Just because they commit more crimes. No, they don't. They get arrested for more crimes. That's why they're over-policed. And they get it's a negative feedback loop, okay? They are over-policed because they are arrested for more crimes. And they are arrested for more crimes because they are over-policed. It goes in a fucking circle. Except it's a circle that ruins a bunch of people's lives for no reason. Many of them didn't commit a crime at all because our carceral state sends innocent people to prison all the time. It's a common occurrence.
When you say that, I want to be clear.
That concept sets people off.
If you had a culture...
That's just the
Yeah, I wonder why. This is just the data. Yeah, what data? What data? Let's see it. Let's go through the data.
That doesn't mean everybody does it, right? But the data shows that there's the data is
Yeah,
the data.
nobody said that. No, you said that. Oh, that doesn't mean that everybody does it. Yeah, no shit. The woke-tards aren't saying that you said that. You said that we're saying that you said that because you have no argument. You have no actual argument. Which is exactly why you dumb motherfuckers have been saying this shit for years, despite the fact that it doesn't work. Never has worked. Never will work.
Italians immigrating
The
to
idea that we shouldn't contend with the data because it makes us uncomfortable is retarded.
America, they glorify.
Nobody's saying that either.
The young boys in that specific
Yo,
neighborhood.
Leaflet. Queen of Strawmen. Queen of Strawmen, Leaflet.
We saw it in Goodfellas.
Far back as I
All
can
the
remember, I always wanted to
strawmen
be a
bow
gangster.
to her.
The guys who dress a certain way seem to have everything. And
To me, being a gangster was better than being president of the United States.
you look up to them, you're more likely to act out their pattern.
Could this be a factor that we're seeing from something like hip hop music that doesn't always glorify crime?
Black people commit crime because hip-hop music. Great argument, bro.
But I
Great
think
argument.
There would be objective data that we could pull from to say that there does seem to be a reflection of gang culture and things that could lead to crime.
A reflection of gang culture. Think about what you're saying, man. Black people get arrested more because they commit more crime because hip-hop. That's what you're saying. That is what you're stupid.
Actually,
You
that is
are
the most
so
false
dumb.
narrative.
How is that false? That you're
That's
going to act out
incredible.
the memes that influence you.
When you are
This
police,
is the Scholar Society, bro. This is Warren Smith. Scholar Society. Warren Smith Scholar Society, everybody. Right here. Scholar Society. Mr. Warren Smith. Yeah, I think that black people commit more crime. They commit more crime because the crime rate, they go to jail, they hip-hop, hippity-hop
a
music.
community separately, differently, aggressively. You're
That's-
going to put more
that's
people
it.
from
Yeah,
that community
genius.
in the justice criminal system.
You would
Genius,
expect people
bro.
from that community to be in the criminal justice system at a higher rate if that community is 15% of the population committing 50%.
Yeah, of course.
To then say, well, since a person dresses a certain way, listens to a certain music, they must be involved in gang culture.
Just because you emulate hip hop style doesn't mean you're in a gang. But are you disputing that gang culture is glorified in hip hop?
Right,
Like,
but
yeah.
15% of the population is
Yeah,
against-
why is that? What's up with that? I'm sure it has nothing to do with the CIA. I'm sure it has nothing to do with
And they are
them.
policed harder.
Yo, do not
and
look
with-
into
with
that.
Judges and jury systems, a justification for saying,
That's
I'm going
not
to punish
real.
you more and give you longer sentences when I come into your community.
Actually, I don't even know if that's true. I wonder if Warren will touch on that. I don't even know if that is actually a true claim.
And that's
Wait,
also,
look,
I come into
sorry,
your
I
community
wasn't
jury
listening.
systems,
My bad.
Only 50% of the crime, regardless of
and they are policed harder and with judges
Oh,
and juries.
yeah, no, that's indisputable. What the fuck are you talking about, Leaflet? Huh? You're gonna try to deny that? Really? No. No, it's called broken windows policing, okay? That's the nice way of saying it. That's the smooth way of saying it. Okay, it's broken window. Oh, well, you see, the black people, they be committing more crimes, so we have to send more police to the black neighborhoods to arrest them, which increase the crime rate statistic, which is our justification for sending more police there. Oh, my bad, officer, my bad, Mr. Policeman. Yo, I didn't think about it like that.
Punish you more and give you longer sentences when I come
Wow,
into your community.
wow.
Actually, I don't even know if that's true. I wonder if Warren will touch
It's
on that.
not
I don't
true.
even know if that,
It's
that
not
is actually
true.
a true claim.
And that's
You're
also
right,
lacking
Leaflet.
understanding of the community
It's fake.
that you're in. Just because I walk a certain way, because I dress a certain way, you're automatically tying me to something, a crime.
Why do you believe that people of certain skin colors are punished under the law more extensively? You could make an argument, a socioeconomic argument, but that concept would apply across the board regardless of skin color. If Lil Wayne gets arrested, he's very wealthy.
No, but it doesn't. That's the point. It doesn't apply universally. Okay, most poor people are white. Okay, criminal persecution. I'm not saying it has nothing to do with poverty. Okay, being in abject poverty is a reason to commit crimes. And police, therefore, they target low-income people. But even if you account for that, black people are policed way more than white people. It's no contest. It's so crazy to me. Look at the numbers. Look at the data. I'm telling you, man. Black people, poor black people are policed at way higher rates. And it's because they live in different environments. Okay, poor white people, they live in rural areas. They're spread out. Maybe they live in trailer parks. That's where they live close to each other. That's most poor white people. With poor black people, it's a different story. It's a much different story. Now, with that being said, Well, shit, I had something else I wanted
You could
to
make
say.
an argument, a socioeconomic argument, but that concept would apply across the board regardless of skin
Oh,
color.
yeah. That's still, even the socioeconomics of it, right? The social conditions, the poverty, that doesn't explain, even if you say that that explains the crime rate, the arrest rate, which it doesn't, okay, for reasons I just explained. It certainly can't explain the convictions. Okay, the fact that black people are convicted and they are given harsher sentences than their white counterparts.
Lil Wayne gets arrested. He's very wealthy. He can afford a better lawyer. There are fair criticisms to be had about that, but that's not indicative of racism.
I think it is. You're making a huge judgment on something.
Well, actually, even if you were to say that, even if I were to go along with you and say, like, okay, black people, they suffer more at the hands of our judicial system because they're poor, they can't afford a lawyer, yada yada, they can't afford the good defense. Well, why are they poor? Why is that, Warren Smith leaflet? Why are black people poor? Is it because they're lazy? They're welfare queens? Or could it be maybe it's because of history? Chattel slavery, 400 years of chattel slavery followed by Jim Crow, segregation, and still today black people with black sounding last names are less likely to get callbacks when they put in a job application. Why are black people so poor? It must be because of the hip-hop music.
Because they're
because of the
dressing differently.
hippie hop.
Yes, I am.
We judge people based on multiple factors: how they dress, how they speak, how they hold
Oh, I
themselves.
love Warren.
Yeah,
dude.
and I personally believe in my definition that when you judge an entire group,
But I'm not judging an entire group. I'm actually judging the individual.
Yeah, like for instance, right? We saw that guy in that video, right? The guy with the trench coat and the Demon Slayer shirt. What do you think are the odds that he's a weeb? Like, if you had to guess, like, what are the odds that he's a weeb with a trench coat and the Demon Slayer shirt? Pretty fucking high, right? No, is that bad of you for making that calculation? It's the same thing with the rap thing. It's the same thing. It has nothing to do with race. It's the same pattern that you would assume that if a person dressed a specific way, that you could assume that like they could be up to no good. That's just how it is. It's because of the culture that is around it, right?
a bigoted view, and that was
That's not the same thing at all. That's not the same thing at all, because you're assuming criminal behavior based on the way someone looks. That's fucked up. That's fucked up, Leaflet. I'm not gonna look at someone in an anime shirt and think that they're gonna come to my door and try to fucking break it down because they want to talk to my daughter or something, threaten to kill me. That's insane.
Judging an entire race of
You're
people.
making a judgment
on
about
a meme.
you're making but you're making a judgment about somebody because of the way they dress because they don't dress like you. But it's not my debate. Go ahead.
We just saw this happen in Texas, where
Oh, yeah?
whites will not vote for the most qualified person.
That candidate
Wait,
is
what?
the most qualified to you. That's subjective.
Wait,
Other
what?
people.
Hold on, wait, what? Like, what?
Nah, that's not really how that works. I don't know what he's talking about, but yeah, no, he's not like their qualifications are not subjective. No, if he's making a claim that this candidate is more qualified, then I would say, I wouldn't say that. Oh, that's subjective. That's subjective. I would be like, why do you think that candidate is more qualified? Okay, that would be my next question. But you don't do that. You just immediately shut him down because you can't argue with him on that premise. Because then if he does say, oh, this candidate is more qualified for these reasons, and he gives good reasons, then it's like, oh, well, I guess you're right about that, maybe.
It's that argument.
People don't see it the way you see it. Doesn't mean they're
But
racist.
but the thing is, even if you concede to him on that, even if you were to say, okay, yeah, like white people would rather vote for an unqualified white person or whatever in a fucking racist ass state like Texas, then I don't know. That doesn't really like destroy your argument, your worldview. It's just like one thing.
You know,
It's
I
like
don't really
someone
want to go down
trying
that
to
rabbit hole talking about
How
Donald
is
Trump.
that not a racist
like-
argument that you just made?
Hold on a second. Warren is saying that you just made a racist.
It's like these people can't even admit that like any collection or group of white people are racist. Okay, that they'll talk all day about how like potentially they will. Okay, I'm not trying to build a straw man, but they'll say like, oh yeah, black people are racist, or like Asian people are racist, or something else or other. Okay, Africans be racist. You know, they'll talk about how other nations, other groups are racist, but they'll never admit their own. They'll never do that. They'll never say, oh yeah, white people voted for this candidate because they're racist. Like, no. Us? Me? Hey, you're just trying to, you're just trying to write me off. You're just trying to label me a racist and cast me aside.
If I were to say black people don't vote for the smartest candidate, that would be racist. I'm making a judgment about an entire race of people under Brian's definition.
Yep.
But when you do it, it's not racist.
How do you not see when a black person is qualified and whites won't?
We're not saying that all white people do that. Okay, if you were to say that, like, oh, this group of black people wouldn't vote for this candidate because they hate whitey or something, I would say, okay, what is your evidence of this? What is your evidence? Okay, that's what I would say. Most likely. But when somebody says that about a group of white people, you don't ask that question. You don't say, oh, why do you believe that? What is your evidence? You just say, oh, how dare you? If I said that about your people, I would be racist. Well, yeah, man. If you did make a racist statement, and furthermore, you also have no evidence, then yeah, it's racism. Wow.
But on the other end,
wow,
blacks have voted
Yeah,
for
what the fuck?
whatever.
Can we dig into that?
And he starts to divert on this and does not respond to that question.
Because he knows.
The way less than
But is that
1%.
statement
Great
racist?
job,
In
Warren.
response to my question.
Is my statement racist or
Yeah,
yours?
I don't think you're a racist person. I'm just trying to point out the hypocrisy around the definition.
And once again, racism is who has the power.
And now
Yeah,
we
see, there it is. Now they fucking redefined it because he got pinned. He got completely pinned to, like, they were using the definition that they had already established, which is what Warren was talking about, like, you know, the definition of racism that they were using. And he got pinned to that definition, so now he's redefining it.
race there. You can't be racist against someone of a skin color because that's skin color. Well, they're in power.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard this line before, and I understand it. I understand where it's coming from. I don't fully agree with it. Okay, racism isn't just about power. Just like how it isn't just about, like, saying mean things to people. Okay, it is, like, multiple parts. I think that racism is basically like an emergent property of multiple different systems happening at once. Okay, it's part hatred, it's part institution, right? It's multiple, and it emerges from these different systems independently and interacting with each other as well. That's what it is.
And this is
Alright, so
really
you can't
one
be
of those
racist
things.
against white people.
One of those
Essentially,
things
like, the only thing that comes from that is the idea that you can never, if you add a power element to it, and this is why they do it, by the way, you add a power element to it, and now you can never be racist against white people. You can say anything that you want to them. By the way, this is inherently racist because when they're talking about power, what do you mean by power? There are plenty of white people that are living in trailer parks. You know, there are plenty of white people living in poverty and like Appalachia and stuff.
Yes, Leaflet. Yes, white people be poor. Most poor people are white. But white supremacy is what keeps them down. It's what keeps them poor. White supremacy doesn't just harm black people, it harms all people. Sometimes white people especially. Okay, but in different ways. And it sounds counterintuitive. Oh, white people affects, or white supremacy discriminates against white people. What? It's true. Okay, because think about it like this, okay? And this is just one example. A white person that is poor, he can. It's like they say. It's like the anti-racists say. A white man will shit in his pants so that a black man has to smell it. Okay, white people, poor white people. What will they say? What have they said in the past? Okay, that we know. They say, at least I'm not black. At least I'm not a black person. That's what poor white people say. Okay, and not all of them. I know. But that's the vibe, man. That's the way it is.
Stuff like that. What are we talking about? They're making an assumption
That's
that
how
just
it
because a person
harms
might have
them.
power, which is racist again, right? Even the assumption itself is racist. But what they're saying is that you can be racist against people that have power, which gives them basically a blank slate to say anything they want about white people. And they do this to men.
Yeah, no, that's true though. You can't be racist against people that have power. It's just that white people, not all white people have the power. That part is true. See, that's where you're fucking up, Leaflet. And you see what you're doing? you're basically, without saying it, you are implying that you agree with the straw man that you've created here, right? Because this person didn't say all white people have power, and therefore you can't be racist against any white people. He was just saying that racism is power, okay, which I don't really agree with. Okay, I don't agree with that part. But anyway, he wasn't saying that, like, you can't be racist against any white people at all. You ascribed that to him, okay? Because you inferred that what he believes is that all white people have power, when that obviously isn't the case. Most white people don't have power. Not real power. Okay, yeah, they might not get shot at a traffic stop, sure. But, like, they don't have all the cards. They don't call the shots. Okay, obviously. Fucking obviously. But you said that, Leaflet. He didn't say that.
Well, but specifically only white men.
White Americans
Because
like
that's all you can do. All you can do is build a straw man, dude.
they like to play victim. to
That's
this
all
reverse
you
racism.
ever do.
And now he's claiming whites like to
So
play victim.
fucking
How's that not
annoying.
racist under your definition?
This is the problem I have with critical race theory, is that under your logic, you can't be racist towards white people because you view white people as the group in power.
That's literally what you just said. Now you can act like you didn't say it.
I don't define
just said
white people. I do not define white people as a whole as being racist. The white power structure.
What is
that
the white
that
power
is
structure?
Oh, wow. Wow, he's basically saying what I... Now, look. I think that this guy... I like this guy from what I've seen him say so far. Like, I think he's pretty good at articulating these things. I think I could have worded this a little better. Okay, sorry. I know. I'm whitey. I'm just whitey. Right? But like for real... there is an easier way of saying this to people that don't, like, have all the, like, libtard lingo right in their heads. Like, you have to know your audience, okay? You have to know who you're speaking to. And the way I would have said this is, white supremacy is a power dynamic that oppresses black people predominantly. But white people do not have all the power. Okay, I'm sorry, what I should say is white people do have all the power, but not all white people have the power. Okay? White people have all the power, but it's not all... When I say white people, I'm not saying all white people. I'm actually saying really only a few. Only a few of them. That's the way it is,
I'll
man.
give you a good example right now.
Donald Trump's base?
His,
Sorry, go ahead.
his base,
Yeah.
it would be one.
Nice
And
moderator,
for
by
what
the way.
the reasons that they will clearly state themselves and the reasons that they can.
This is why it's like people.
That's
don't
no, that's actually a great example. Oh, what, dude? What is Leaflet gonna say here? Let's hear
It
it.
would be one.
Nice
And
moderator,
for
by the
what
way.
the reasons that they will clearly state themselves and the reasons that they can.
This is why it's like people tell me I should get a moderator, but it's like I just feel like I feel like any moderator that my opposition would be glad to have is going to be on their side basically. And it's basically going to be a 1v2, which is like honestly I might be fine with that, but you know,
Not give you a definition of why they support this
cares?
man. They can even tell you.
like I'm totally comfortable like 1v7ing them to be honest. Like it just seems like the
Dude,
same.
no, but yeah. I'm so good at debating. Yeah, dude, keep jerking yourself off on stream. It's a great look. It's a great look, honestly. Everybody loves it when you say stuff like that. Yeah. Oh yeah, I could do 1v7. Yeah, I could do it. Yeah. Cool story, bro. All right, do it then. You know, quit fucking saying like this isn't something to say on stream. This is something to say behind the scenes with your moderators or potential moderators. Just shut the fuck up.
They can. You can. Okay.
Fucking
But the base,
pussy.
no, they can't. And then if we want to talk about DEI, can we?
How about
give
you
a
debate?
look
You know,
at-
you could debate 7 people at once, but you can't debate me. You fucking run away from me like a
what's in
little
his
pussy.
cabinet right now.
So now it's going to become about Trump.
Why
This
is
really-
that?
This is not about Trump. And I was trying to emphasize this fact. These concepts are deeper than politics. And if you want an alternative to Trump and you don't contend with this, you don't stand a chance.
And so the more that we get concerned about Trump, the more these conversations become important, because this is the only way you're going to get an alternative to Trump. If you just run another person on the left and they don't contend with these ideas, I'm trying to point out, you're likely to repeat it.
Ken explained to DEIA yesterday. He said, for example, if you strip all identifying information from a resume and leave only work, school, and experience, that is DE.
Dude, what do you mean alternative to Trump? He fucking won. He's the president, dog. Alternative? You think he's gonna run again? He's gonna be fucking dead in the ground. Worm food. He's gonna be talking with Ball in the underworld by the time this term is over. Okay, the man is like 900 years old. He's fucking dust in the wind, bro. The fuck are you talking about? Trump, if you want an alternative to Trump, you have to concede to me. You have to concede that black people are savage criminals if you want an alternative to Trump. What fucking planet are you living on, bro? What?
That's not DEI. That's just not being insane. That's just not being racist. That's just being rational. I'm going to hire the person who's best for the job. That's not DEI.
Exactly.
The equity is something very specific.
Okay, now we're parkouring. We're parkouring to black people are evil. We're different. I'm sorry, different black people are evil topics. Okay, we're talking about the carceral state, bro. Not DEI or whatever. Not fucking. Who cares about that? This has nothing to do with prison.
They won't talk about DEI. I'm trying right now. Equity means something very specific.
The idea that Donald Trump was not a victory of a right so much as a failing of the left. This is the failing.
If we have the black guys who are scoring at 90, we have the white guys who are scoring at 89.5.
I've been saying this, by the way, like I've been saying this forever, that these crazy people on the left, they're completely own-goaling themselves. They're creating the systems of which will create the hatred towards themselves. And it's all because of greedy overreach. Like they want too much. They don't care about other people. It's only about me, 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 me. You can't function in a society when there is no compromise. And that's the system that they're creating, is that if you are against us, then we will do everything in our power to destroy you, which leaves no room for any sort of...
So what is it? Is it suicidal empathy, or is it selfish? Is it welfare queen? What is it? What is it, bro? Because it can't be both. These things are mutually exclusive. They are. You can say no, J-Star, it's not. You can be both. You can. How can I be a selfish, self-centered, commie? I just want everything I can get. I just want the government to give me everything, and at the same time, I'm a suicidal empathy, brown person sympathizer, right? I'm a white sympathizer. How? I'm a white guilt feeler. How can I be both? I genuinely, I don't understand,
because
bro.
of that, these people, you know, the LGBTQIA++ LMNOP people, and like these hardcore leftist commies, and like all of these people, you know, they're like all of the, oh, we're so glad that like Charlie Kirk died, you know, shouldn't have missed on Donald Trump, trying to cancel everybody, trying to overly push their ideology and cancel anybody that doesn't like agree with their ideas of reality. They are the ones creating the counter pressure that will eventually destroy them. And I've been saying this, that you guys don't understand that your craziness is actually what's going to lead to people hating you, and it's already happening. It's been happening for like the last.
What do you mean? You hate us either way. The fuck are you talking about? You just love to fucking hate libtards. That's what you love. Talk about us all day, how much you fucking hate us. It's fucking annoying. And you're gonna keep doing it. And, no amount of posturing on my part is going to stop that. So, why the fuck would I do it?
5 years really is that the,
because that's really what you're asking me.
And now you're starting to see like straight up hatred for these people, when that wasn't really the case before. People were kind of like live or let live, yeah, whatever, you know, live or let live. I don't really agree with it, but you know, whatever, you live your life, I live mine. And now there's open hostility, disdain, and hatred for these people, and they're the ones who created it.
In your opinion?
Yeah, this is victim blaming. Okay, what she's doing here, this is just classic victim blaming, except this is like on a scale. This is on like a collective scale, okay, a macro scale. Oh, the reason that there's so much animosity towards gay people, it's not because the fascist won. It's because the woke-tards were too annoying when the fascist won. Yeah, that's it, Leaflet. You got it, bro.
Who's getting hired?
The person who can do the job the best.
The person that can do the job.
Yeah,
that would be the rational thing. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay, I want you to say that. Thank you.
You don't have to be a fool. If I want to hire a computer programmer, I would be sabotaging my own business if I didn't hire the person.
I'm glad you said that.
Wait, why is this guy being so smug about it? Like what? Okay, let's hear it.
Follow this. Those 5 black men over decades were not getting hired. So now we make lawsuits.
A metaphorical individual that you're just claiming is super qualified and has not been able to find a job for 20 years. Do you have any evidence to back that up? Is that
Yes, there is evidence to back this up. Like I said, this is something that has been studied. There is data to prove it. There have been studies about this. People with black sounding last names, whether they're actually black or not, they don't get callbacks. Companies do not call them back. Especially white collar jobs, Quango type jobs, okay, bureaucracy, IT, right, HR, corporate officers. Black people are way less likely to hear from prospective employers.
Real
In general,
And then I want Warren to answer.
but like I said,
Approximately
especially
5 to 5.5% of
with
computer
high
programmers in the
wage,
US between
high wage
2022 and
earners.
2025. By the way, black professionals constitute about 13% of the population. That's an actual stat. That's not an opinion.
Yeah, that's evidence of nothing. I'll break that down. Why?
That's not evidence
Yeah.
of prejudice. People make their own decisions based on multiple.
This is the same thing too. Like,
It's not prejudice. People just choose not to hire black people because they're because it's personal
they
decisions.
Thing about how, oh, there's like not, it's not 50-50 in engineering. Yeah,
Okay,
because you don't
man,
wanna
that's
do it.
not a fucking argument. That's not an argument. You can't just say like, oh, well, this data doesn't matter because like, because you can't know why they didn't hire him. Maybe they didn't hire him because you can't just assume it's because they're black, because black people be not getting jobs and interviews for jobs when they have a last name that makes it very apparent that they are a black
Like
person.
this idea that like, we should force like specific racial quotas in specific racial, sexual, cultural, sexual orientation quotas and stuff is ridiculous. People should be free to do whatever they want, and like different cultures like want to do different things, and like that's fine. This idea that it needs to be hard even across the board is just ridiculous.
Factors.
Are you familiar with the work of Roland Fryer? He's a black Harvard professor who has done the most
I am.
in-depth. Okay, so if I work at a bank and my job is to issue loans, right? And my job is to keep that default rate as low as possible. That is my goal. It's not to issue loans based
Okay,
on. No, I want to.
okay, well, this is yet another racism. Okay, but yet again, it has nothing to do with what you were just talking about. Like, yeah, banks don't give loans to black people either. Generally. Wow, yeah, that supports my argument. Yeah, wow,
I'm
man.
able to get that default
Incredible.
rate 0.8%, and then Brian comes along. And
No,
says,
no, J-Star, you don't get it. Black people are savage criminals, so they do not pay their debts back. They just take the money and run. Don't you know? Don't you know, J-Star, you dumbass?
70%, hell, 80%
Yeah,
of
man.
the people that walk in your office that were black.
Yeah, I'm not
they turn us down. And
racist.
white
I'm
people,
not a
they don't have that.
racist.
So, yes, Brian, but when you look at the default rate, it is consistent. Across,
Incredible.
It doesn't matter what color you are, across all demographics.
Yep.
Most
Oh,
people don't
okay.
think that way, and that's just Roland's point. They look at the disparity and say, wait, you turned it down 80% of black people, though. Dude, that is not evidence of bias.
It's not, no.
It's will you default on the loan or not, which goes back to the socioeconomic conversation. Do you disagree with any of that
Like
logic?
this is a case of these people seeing the data and then assuming a thing that's not even real out of it.
Roland also, in his diatribe of that, also clearly said that 100 white people were giving loans, and only 50 black people were giving loans. And so, yes, if you take the point,
What
you take
happens?
50,
This is just a thought experiment. He's not
that's
pulling
not
data.
correct.
It quickly becomes apparent that this guy probably isn't as familiar with Roland Fryer's work as he wants us to believe. He's a nice guy, though.
When you look at the true percentage, white people default more. It's the numbers. So he also made it clear that yes, the
This guy's
percentage
a
numbers were higher.
fucking dumbass. I'm not listening to him, but he's a nice guy though. He's a nice guy though, dude. I hate that. I hate that shit, bro. I'm sorry. You can say I'm being like bad faith or whatever. It's so fucking lame, man. Oh, he's nice. He's a nice guy. Real nice guy. Real nice guy. Yeah, no shit,
Apparent
man.
that This guy
He's being
probably
way
isn't as
nicer
familiar
to
with
you
Roland
than
Fryer's
I
work
would
as
be.
He wants us to believe. He's a nice guy, though.
When you look at the true
Nice guy,
percentage,
though.
white people default more. It's the numbers. So he also made it clear that yes, the percentage numbers for the black
Wait,
people,
I'm trying to understand.
didn't get a loan.
So wait a minute, are you pulling?
What is this guy talking about? Yeah. Oh yeah, I
has
wonder.
not done a deep dive into banks issuing loans. This is a thought experiment. Are you making a claim that Roland Fryer has found some discrepancy in
Wait,
the
is he just
default rate
making
among
shit up?
races?
No, it's not a default.
What are you
He
talking
is
about?
clearly saying that there has been less loans given to
No,
these
he isn't.
Hold
he
on.
doesn't delve into banking
less
data.
loans,
Oh my
but a
God.
higher percentage of those loans were default. On the other end,
My
or
bad.
when
He's
Fryer
like
said
AI
this?
hallucinating.
Yes.
I know, man. What the
So we
fuck?
can, okay. I don't. He's never talked
Or
about
you can
that.
go back into videos and look this
He's
up.
done deep dives into police statistics, not bank. This is a metaphor to demonstrate the same logic that you would apply to police statistics. He has never done a deep dive into loans.
he has not.
You're
he
making
he
all
said-
this up.
he said- no, absolutely not. Because you can look up when he talks about the economics in America.
Where can I look that up?
I guess you can do like the rest of us. You can
There it
Google
is. There it is. Why don't you Google it? Why don't you Google it, bro? Like every time,
his
dude.
websites.
Every
And
fucking
he does
time,
talk about
dude.
economics. He has talked
Ugh.
about economics for a long time
He's an
and how it
economist.
affects Americas. He even
Yeah, but
talks
you just
about
claimed he discovered a discrepancy in the default rate amongst whites versus
Source,
other
I
races.
made it the
you
fuck
heard
up.
my analogy of how he talks about finances.
Jeez, man.
So that was just a metaphor. What's the point you're demonstrating with that
The
metaphor?
point is, once again, if I give 100 white people a loan and I give 50 black people a loan, but maybe 40% of that 50 default. But the number on the white side is exactly thus it's more.
That was
it's
my-
more people.
So the default rate amongst white people is higher. That's your claim.
It would be exactly.
Like, why is per capita so hard to understand? I just don't get it. Like, how is this so hard to get? What? What the hell's going on?
That has nothing to do with this. No, but anyway, Warren is correct about the interpretation of what this like thought experiment was about. He was making a point about policing, basically. Okay, describing the same things I was describing earlier, but through like the credit system, which is kind of stupid. Okay, I'm not gonna lie.
Based on
like-
what you're just saying.
Okay, guys, how much IQ do you need to parse per capita? Like, I'm just curious. Like, what is it? It can't be that high. Like, it can't be that high. It's such a basic concept. It needs a level of abstraction. You're right. It needs like one. It does need like one level of abstraction. I don't know, man. Like,
Would be.
Just like his analogies on crime.
So you're
When
literally
you,
basing this on
when you
you're
go
just taking a
into
guess.
a black neighborhood with poor policing, more aggressive policing, you're going to have more black
Why
people.
would we not expect more policing where there is more crime?
yep, exactly. Jeez, man. What the
No,
hell?
no. See, once again, you are extrapolating something from a set of facts that don't support that. Because you are conflating arrest with crime. Okay, more arrest does not equal more crime. Because there are more police in the area making arrest, which increases the arrest. That does not increase crime. More police does not increase crime. It increases arrest. And then you take those more arrests, and you say, see, there's more crime here. More crime. There's not, man.